Staircases can be such a grand feature in a house and like a real centerpiece. Just not this staircase. This might be the saddest staircase I've ever seen. I'm Anna and I'm going to give it the makeover it deserves. The brown on this staircase is just not doing anyone favors. It is just not a nice paint color. So my first order of business is to sand that away. It's just so ugly, but it won't be for long. I started off sanding to bare wood, but it was taking so long. And the plan is to repaint the stairs, so instead, I gave them a good sanding, smoothed out rough and high spots, and gave myself a good canvas for repainting, but I didn't go down to bare wood. My little staircase makeover project has blown up. There's walls missing now, the ceiling's been lifted, lights have changed, and this what used to kind of be an unfinished closet is going to get finished. And because this is kind of snowballing into like more and more, just so much of a bigger project, I think this should be a two-part video. So you'll see what I do here later. It's finally time for the pretty part of the stair makeover. I am about to start sanding them, but I want to show you the changes that have happened since I last sanded. The wall on the left side was removed and trimmed out. The wall on the right side was raised to the level of the second floor upstairs. This is a cleaner, more updated look, and the space feels and looks bigger and airier. I primed every part of the stairs with Sinzer's Bin Primer. I didn't bother with the landing because we're going to be adding flooring there. After taping off the treads, I used a much nicer grayish brown paint called Urbane Bronze as a contrast color. It's still brown, but now it's a warm, cozy, modern brown. Let me go over our design plan for these stairs. I've already painted the treads. They do need some touch-ups, but I want to wait until the very end just to make sure they look perfect. Now, the risers I've completely ignored because we're going to be using the flooring that's around the house as the riser instead. And then down the middle, we're going to have a runner running all the way through. Well, that looks so good and like be cozy on your feet. Yeah. And it ties the whole space together. So that's our plan, and I'm really hoping we get most of this done tonight. Might be a long night, but that's my plan. We used the flooring pieces that couldn't be used on the actual floor due to damaged corners or edges. These were going to be tossed out, but we found the best use for them. The planks are pretty big, so we only needed one piece for each riser. This is an older house and this is not a finished staircase. It was once covered with carpet and is built using lumber, not a nice wood like maple or oak. The flooring was attached to the riser using no more nails. Unfortunately, the trim was placed before we got to do the flooring. It's way better to lay the flooring first, but Ralph still made it look good. For a polished look, we found this metal bullnose trim piece. It's held in place with a few screws. And then the flooring riser is glued over it. Ralph is gluing 2 rows of flooring here to compensate for the additional height of the riser because this is where the top step meets the floor. And the same was repeated at the very top of the staircase. I chatted with you, I said, oh man, we're gonna get all done that one day. And I said, oh, it's gonna be a late night. Well, it was a late night, and you can see that we're here again all day today. But like the stairs are like done-ish, like the building part, like putting the wood on, like that part's done. So I'm going to take off all the tape and I'm going to wipe them down, and then we're gonna put the carpet runner on. And then I have lots of touch-up painting, like so much touch-up painting, but they're looking good, right? And these were just like construction stairs or carpet stairs. I think we've done such a good job. Whew. It was a lot of work, mostly for Ralph, but okay, let's do the final touches. This is a regular carpet runner that's finished on all sides, and we're going to be cutting it to fit and using dual-sided carpet tape and staples to secure it. At the top and the bottom of the runner, we ran a full strip of carpet tape. And smaller pieces on the side of each tread. The runner was wrapped tight along the tread, around the bullnose, and down the riser. To avoid visible seams, we cut the runner using Ryobi's battery-powered rotary tool. This saves time and your hands. And join the two pieces of carpet under the bullnose. We didn't add the runner to the landing. If we do a project like this again, we won't bother with the staples and only use the carpet tape. The tape leaves a smoother, more professional look over the staples, and it has a super strong hold. I did go back and do all my paint touch-ups. And before I show you the final result, I'm going to remind you where we started. Those sad brown stairs. And now look how cozy! The staircase is now really the centerpiece of the house. We added a railing for safety. We found this railing on clearance at Rona, and we picked up all the pieces for around $100. What a steal! Not including the railing, this staircase makeover was about $250 Canadian in supplies. That's primer, paint, carpet tape, some trim, and that's much less it would have cost to recarpet these stairs. And now it has character. I don't think anyone is going to miss that ugly brown paint. And if you agree, give this video a like. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I'll see you soon with another project. Look, there's Paul, see? Right there? Yeah. He's the brains behind this. He's the pretty face behind it.